Hi everyone, this is U.S. immigration lawyer Michael Ashoori. And at my law firm, one of the main things we do is we help U.S. permanent residents to apply for their reentry permit. A reentry permit is a travel document, and it helps to protect your status as a permanent resident, as a green card holder, when you leave the United States for extended periods of time, or if you travel frequently. The reentry permit helps to protect your status. Now, what we did was we prepared this infographic that you see on your screen right now, and it basically very clearly and very simply explains the requirements to get a reentry permit. So I just wanted to make this video to go through it with you and explain the requirements in a little bit more detail. And hopefully you guys will find it very helpful. So there's 5 basic requirements to qualify for a reentry permit, and they're all listed right here. So I want to go through them one by one. The first requirement is that you must be either a lawful permanent resident or a conditional lawful permanent resident. So you must have a green card, whether it be a permanent green card or a conditional green card. You must have a green card. That's one of the main fundamental requirements to qualify for a reentry permit. If you're in the process of, if you have your adjustment of status pending, the type of travel authorization that you would apply for is something else. It's not a reentry permit. So that's requirement number 1. Requirement number 2 is that you must have the intent to leave the United States temporarily. As a permanent resident, you must always intend to reside in the United States. So even though you're going to be traveling, perhaps even for an extended period of time, the travel still must be temporary. You can't be intending to permanently leave the United States. That's not allowed if you're a lawful permanent resident. So the second requirement is that you must intend to depart the United States temporarily. The third requirement, what you see under step 3, is that you must file a form I-131. That's the application for a reentry permit. And you must provide all the necessary supporting documentation with your application. So that's requirement number 3. I should add to that also that you must pay the appropriate filing fee to USCIS that corresponds to your application. And the filing fee, they're constantly changing, so you want to make sure to look it up at the time that you are filing your application. So that's the third requirement. The fourth requirement is that your application for the reentry permit must be filed while you are in the United States. You must be physically present in the US when your application is filed. Otherwise, it will be denied. So you want to make sure that when you're filing your application, you must be in the United States. That's the fourth requirement. And lastly, I'll move this over so you guys can see more clearly. The fifth requirement in green is that you must have a biometrics appointment taken in the United States. And the biometrics appointment is where you go in. It's very simple. You get your digital fingerprints taken. So they basically take your fingerprints, and that's it. And that's the last requirement. One of the questions that I get asked all the time is, does the biometrics also have to be taken in the United States? And the answer is yes. Pretty much always the biometrics must happen in the United States. There are very, very, very limited circumstances where USCIS may permit that the biometrics be taken outside of the United States. If you want to discuss that with me in more detail, I'd be happy to answer those questions. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video really helpful. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, you can check out my contact information in the details below. You'll see my email address, my phone number, and you'll also see a special link to schedule a free telephone consultation with my office. Please feel free to click that link and schedule a consultation that's convenient for you. Also, if you guys found this video helpful, I want to ask you to please like the video and subscribe to our channel. We're constantly putting out U.S. immigration videos, and the best way to get access to those videos is to subscribe to our channel. So please go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.